Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So North Carolina's offense will get the first swing of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing... don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, it's good enough to get this win.
Back to throw, it's Roberson. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first two plays. complete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense, and I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Third down after the run. To the air, it's Levitt. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Tar Heels! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. He'll try to do it himself. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The inside handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down, TFL, second down, TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it. pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Makes the catch near the 50. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll give it to Johnson. Powers through the defender. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Levin. Caught over the middle, it's Jordan. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Tar Heels come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He got it. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Here's a heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to get rid of it. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward.
False start of offense.
The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Lets it fly. Looking for the goal line. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll give it to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line, and he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field, and they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start off offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The option look. The pitch. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down, still moving. At the 20. Touchdown, UNC! And the pummeling has started.
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw in that play.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Back to throw, it's Roberson. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. And they were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the returner will be brought down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the air, it's Levin. Shoots it to the left. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Using his legs to buy some time. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Finds his tight end. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Roberson. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Defense is there to greet him again, and ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
And this defense has brought their A-game. Done a great job stopping the run, stopping the pass, not giving up a lot of points. Even right there, everything's difficult. They string it out towards the sidelines. Everybody's flying.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. The North Carolina offense returns to the field.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense.
And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And the Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking downfield, it's Levin. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, North Carolina! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Looking downfield, it's Roberson. Unloads it left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Complete in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
The Tar Heels will snap it on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.